Okay. All right. I think we're good to go. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Hi. So today we are. Look at this cool. Look how crystal clear it looks. I'm very proud of this. So today we're going to be making a goblinoid. We're making one for a Patreon supporter. So on Patreon, if you're a supporter of a troll tier or higher, you get to collaborate with me to crochet a goblinoid of your own. You fill out a form, and based on your answers to that form, I create a goblinoid. And yeah, so today we're making one for. I'm trying to remember. 1 second. Let me just check what his name, so I don't say it wrong. All right, so we're making one for Black Falcon 719. That's what he goes by. So I would just want to start by saying thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. It really helps me out a lot. He's actually an ogre tier supporter, so I make one of these every single month for him and ship it to him. So this is the first of them. I think I have a pretty cool idea for one. So based on his answers, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. He wanted his character to be intelligent, so that makes me think. I think I should make it a troll. Now, I'm thinking. I'm wondering if I should do light blue or regular, or like a blueberry blue here. I think I'm gonna go with light blue actually. It's a last minute change there. Let's do light blue. All right, and we're just gonna get started on the easy stuff. And I don't have any music on. My stuff's keeps getting hit with copyright claims when I have music on in the background, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do it silent. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments. If you're watching this live, if you're not watching this live and you're watching this later, still let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. I think I reply to pretty much every comment that anybody posts on my anything. 5, 6. So we're just starting with simple arms. It'll be fun coming up with a story about this guy as we make him. But yeah, how's everybody else been? Rachel is making a crocheted themed dragon. Very cool. Rachel is a pro at crocheting dragons, if anybody didn't know that yet. She crochets amazing dragons. A lot, actually. Have you ever made a Charizard? Even though technically he's not a dragon, which doesn't make any sense at all. I should crochet a Charizard. I don't know why I haven't. I don't usually crochet in total silence, so this will be an interesting experiment for me. I wonder how bored I get, or how detailed I make this character. Maybe because I'm crocheting while it's so quiet, I'll make it really. I'll do a better job. The only time I crochet silently is when I'm doing videos. And even then I'm talking over and explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Oh, and hey, if you want to adopt a goblinoid of your own, go to thegoblinoids.com. You can find a link in the description below. For that page, you can adopt one. I actually have some available for adoption, like this guy right here. His name is Bobo. He's up for adoption right now. You can also find all the links to get the patterns for how to crochet these characters in that from that page too. And every pattern that I come out with has a full video tutorial. The bundle of patterns actually includes how to make hats and weapons and items, how to customize your character with beards and scars, warts, and rings. It's pretty cool. I think I think I did a very, very good job with it. And I designed the PDF really I spent a long time thinking about how to design it. And if you purchase the bundle, you also will be you also get updates. So later on this month, I think, if I can go quick enough, I'll be doing a pattern for how to make a treasure chest like this. So yeah, and you'll get updated with that. You can purchase it from that page, or you can become a Patreon supporter or a Club Crochet member for, I think it's $5 a month, and you'll get the same thing. You get the full bundle and any updates later on. You have Mario64 has started his perler set for Stitch. That is awesome. I am waiting very much to see it. I was telling Jules about it just the other day, about how cool it's going to be to make a perler set. Are you making it 3-dimensional, or are you making it 2-dimensional? So are you making it like flat, like coins, or are you making it like one of these characters? Because you can make your Stitch set completely flat if you want. As long as it's the right diameter size, you can make them 2-dimensional, which is, I thought that would be really cool. I'm seeing if my dad can make some out of metal. He's been working at a blacksmith shop. I don't really know. He's just been like messing around. He's retired, so he's trying blacksmithing for a while. And he's got they have a laser cutter there, and so he wants to make some 2-dimensional Stitch characters. If you don't know what Stitched is, by the way, I know I'm talking so much, but if you don't know what Stitched is a tabletop game that I made where you make all your pieces from home. I crochet all mine, as you can see, but you can make them however you want. You can make them out of clay or Play-Doh, or Legos, or origami. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to stitchedthegame.com. You can go to Stitch the Game without a D, like this, stitchedthegame.com, or you can go to it with an E. So stitched with an E, thegame.com. I actually bought both the domains. I thought when I was coming up with the game, I was like, I could do it without the D. It'll be easy to copyright and everything, but it might be kind of hard for people to search that, so I decided to buy the other domain as well, just in case. I buy a lot of domains. As you can probably tell, I've mentioned a bunch of them. I buy, every time I get an idea for something, I'm just like, you know what, is the domain available? Because if it's available, I'm just going to get it now. I spend a lot of money on domains. But the thing is, I don't actually build a site for it. So like stitchedthegame.com actually just redirects to my website, louisaloops.com. I just built it on Louis Loops and just had it redirect, so that I didn't have to pay for it to be its own website. I thought that was kind of a good move. I do a similar thing with crocheting101.com, my how to crochet video series and ebook. Oh, good idea. So Mario Gamer says that he's making his Stitch set based off the character logos on the website. That's a great idea. If you want, I can send you higher resolution images of those too, so that it might be a little easier. I built all those in Illustrator, so I can just send you. I can even send you the Illustrator files if you really want. Might be easier to use for designing your characters. I like to make all the pieces for my characters first, and then making the body. So here I'm making the arms. Next I'll be making the lip. I'm going to do a tooth, or 2 or 3. Let's see, what else? I want this guy to have a cloak. The cloak actually we should probably make at the end, because we're not sure how big or small it will be. I guess the arms are the main thing that I really like to make before I start the body, just because I'm usually using this color when I want to sew the arms on in the body, so I don't want to cut it and then come back to it. It's easier just to make them before I go for it. They're probably the most boring part of making these characters, to be honest. I'm looking for a stick. Forgot a stick. I usually like to use just a skewer to stuff the hands. But I'll have to find one a little bit later, or use some different method for stuffing it in. Okay. There's the arms for her. There's the arms. What is the new kitten's name? So we got a new kitten a couple of weeks ago, or I guess a month or 2 ago now. And her name is Phoebe. We call her Phoebes or PB. Sometimes we call her Peanut. I like calling her PB because it sounds like a little kid saying Phoebe. Hello, PB. And also our other cat's name is Jiminy, so we can call him PB and J. I thought it was cute. Six, 7, 8, 9. I always like to make the lip longer than I probably will actually need, because it's kind of hard to use it if you make it too small. So I always do it a couple extra chains, and you can just hide it on the inside, so it's not a big deal. Let's check this. Cool. All right, so we've got the arms, the mouth. Let's do a tooth. Let's see, how many teeth do we want? Let's make a little tooth. Do a gold tooth. Oh, I left the gold in the other room. Plus, I've done a decent amount of gold teeth. And this guy, I don't really think, based on the form, I don't really think this guy would have a gold tooth. Let's see. Let's look over his answers real quick and see what we got here. So he says favorite color is purple, which I'm going to incorporate in a little bit. Favorite food is mac and cheese. Yeah. Goofy, impulsive, and intelligent. I think we're good without a tooth. I think we might do some fun things for hair later on, because he's goofy and impulsive. Intelligent we're working with by just making it a troll. Trolls are intelligent. At least they are in Stitched. We're going to make an extra big tooth here just in case. I don't know if we're really going to use it, but it's nice to have. And it's pretty quick to make, so. We can toss that white aside. Don't think we need it anymore. Alright, so we got 2 teeth, 2 arms, a lip. We're good. Okay. Let's get working on this head. I'm actually going to make this troll, I think I'm going to make it with a t-shirt on. At least under. I'm going to do some other pieces too, but... Is that 7? No, that's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I don't usually make them with t-shirts. I've done a few, like Guillermo. Guillermo has a t-shirt, but most of them, they're pretty much naked. Except for the pants. They're shirtless, I should say. I've been thinking a lot about what to do for the next characters for Stitched. Because in the game, right now, we have the goblins. Well, actually, you have all the characters on screen here, actually. Goblins, which are the tiny green ones. The trolls, which we're making right now. The orcs, these guys right there. Ogres, the big guy right there. And hobgoblins, but hobgoblins, ooh, there's one over here. This is what a hobgoblin is. The hobgoblins are essentially goblins that have gotten a lot bigger. The story is that goblins usually don't live very long. They usually have a pretty short lifespan because of all the squashing. So if a goblin lives a little bit past his... Oh, this is a kind of a fun part to watch, actually. So I'm making the nose right now. I think I made this stitch up. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I invented it, but I definitely made it up on my own. I call it a spiked bobble stitch. It's a way to make a bobble stitch so that it has like a really sharp nose. I teach it on my other channel, Club Crochet, which is my tutorial site. But it's essentially a mini peacock. If you're a crocheter, you do a mini peacock in the middle of a bobble stitch. There we go. In the middle of a mini bobble stitch, actually. So a mini peacock in the middle of a mini bobble stitch, and it makes a little spiked nose thing. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so when goblins live past their normally short lifespan and they get access to a little bit more food than they normally would, they become gluttonous hobgoblins, which are the most powerful characters in Stitched. They're huge. They have like 31 health, so they are pretty hard to kill. They have 2 intelligence and 2 strength, which in that game makes them pretty much good at, not like amazing, but they're pretty good at everything. We're going to do really big ears here. 4, 5. Really big ears. But they cost a lot of money, hobgoblins. Really expensive. So you don't usually see people playing with them very often because it's a big investment, you know? Whoa, cool, I'm on your TV. Whoa, I'm giant. Giant hands. The blue blur says... One second, let me finish this here real quick. Says, I'm so glad you saw the crocheted animation videos like Yoshi's Woolly World. Man, I wish I finished that one. I really wish I finished it, but I never did. And Luigi's Mansion. I did like the Luigi's Mansion one a lot. That's one of my favorite games. I'm so excited for the new one. Those videos inspired... Oh, thank you. Inspired to teach you how to crochet. That's so cool. That makes... Thank you. Can I make a Sonic? I don't see myself making a Sonic anytime soon, to be completely honest. I'm trying to pull away from making copywritten characters anymore, which is actually one of the reasons why I never finished that Yoshi's video, is because it's using a copywritten character, and Nintendo wasn't really a big fan of that. So it was just a lot of investment, and I wouldn't have gotten really anything out of it. And the project was about to be shut down, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to call it here, because that's not gonna work out for me. So because of that, I don't know if I'll be making Sonic. I'm just kind of, it's gonna be a lot of work, and I'm scared that Sega won't be very happy with that. It's just not worth the risk, you know? Smog. I do need to crochet. I do need to finish Smog. That is still sitting on my bookshelf, half finished. A headless Smog. He just needs his head and a tail and stuff. He's actually got a little bit of work to do. If I do him, I have a feeling at this point I'm just gonna end up remaking him when I make him. Thank you for understanding, Blue Blur. I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. I just don't know if I'll be doing that. I have 24-inch hands on Rachel's TV right now. You just DM'd me the goblin that you're making, Mario 64. 1 second, I can pull it up. I can give you some advice. Let's see what we got. Sorry, 1 sec. It's hard to do this. Oh, I like him. So what I really like that guy a lot. So, do I have any suggestions? Okay, so first suggestion. I think that the design is pretty good. I really like the design. I would maybe make the feet. So the very bottom row of them. Do you mind if I show it on screen here? Let me know if you're comfortable with me putting this on the screen, and I'll. Okay. I can give you advice a little bit easier there. Yes, and I'll check out the dragon. Do it. Okay. So this is what Mario 64 just sent over. He's making a goblin out of pearl beads. And my suggestion is maybe make the bottom row here of the feet go up instead, like he's got little pointy toes or something, and it might make it easier so that you can stand him up, because you're gonna probably have to make a base, 1.5 inch base anyhow. Is this 1.5 inches across from toe to toe? I'm guessing it is, and if it is 1.5 inches across from toe to toe, then you're probably going to want to have him standing up, which is perfect. I mean, it should be 1.5 inches, and if you make a 1.5 inch base, and then I don't know, either glue him to it or connect it with pearl beads, like stood up or something. But design-wise, I think he looks great. I think you could probably. Oh, is his mouth open? What's this little round of green right under the tooth? Is his mouth open? All right, so we're just about done with the main part of the head here. Put this to the side real quick. We'll do one more round before I start designing the face. Start shrinking it down a little bit. So I always like to make the necks for my trolls go in. I find it makes it a little bit more, I don't know. I just like that design for the trolls. All my characters, I like to design them so that they have. It's very easy to tell what the character is from a quick glance. So trolls are, I always make them blue, and I always make them with a skinny neck, or at least a skinnier neck than orcs. Sometimes I make their neck kind of fat, but not still pretty skinny comparatively. And that's so that it's easy to tell. I can be like, oh yeah, that's a troll for sure. Okay, so let's do one more stitch here. All right, let's start adding the face. I'm going to start with the eyes. Okay. One eye. I always do 2 stitches away from the nose for each eye. I have like a very specific spot. Now we need to pick a face that we're going to be making for this guy. I mean, he's probably going to be happy. It seems like our form. Yeah, he likes to nature watch. He does like heavy metal, but he's goofy and impulsive. So I think Black Falcon wants a kind of a happy. I think he's giving me a, it's going to be a little happier than sad. So we're going to try to do a happier face here. Lock these eyes in position. Can you show my dragon? Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, very cool. Yeah, so this is Rachel's. Oh, it went away. This is Rachel's dragon. Looks pretty cool. She actually makes a bunch of dragons. You can check out her stuff. I'm sure you can put the @ in the comments there if you'd like. All right, so did I forget a needle? No, I didn't. I didn't grab a good needle, but this one will work. I'm gonna do the face going from. Usually, I sew the mouth on going from this side to that side, but I'm going to do it the other way around now. I've been doing it for a couple of different characters, and I find that it makes it, I don't know, I just liked it. I just like it. Sometimes it's just nice to switch things up too, you know? All right. No, that was kind of weird. I did something weird there, but that's okay. It'll work. It'll work. So I started watching The Dark Crystal the other day. The new one on Netflix. It's pretty good. I like it. I'm a fan. Friend of mine, Barnaby Dixon. I don't know if you know who Barnaby is. He makes like little puppets on, like really tiny puppets. He actually does a scene in the show on episode. I think he said episode 7 at the 20-minute mark. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm so like happy for him and a little jealous, to be completely honest. I am a huge fan of the Jim Henson Studios, so that is just such a cool accomplishment for him. I'm very proud of him. That's like, yeah, very cool. Yeah, I mean, the face here is going to be a little bit normal in the sense of like I'm not doing anything. Oopsies. I'm not doing anything too crazy on the face, but I am going to. But there's going to be a lot of character to this guy, so I'm not too worried about putting a lot of the character in the face right now, because I think if I do too much on the face, then it'll pull away from all the other things that I'm planning on putting into it. Not a mean chicken wing. There we go. I'm afraid I'm getting a cold. I don't know if I am, but I'm afraid I am. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do the other eyelid here. I always like to put an eyelid. It just makes it look so much more, I don't know. It just adds so much character so easily to add little eyelids. Specifically a bottom eyelid. I've just noticed that if I don't put one, they start to look a little weird. Maybe sometimes a little crazy. Which I can use to my advantage, of course, but this guy's not going to look crazy. He's impulsive, but he's not crazy. Just impulsive. So if I put the little eyelids on the bottom there, it makes him look a little happy. Okay. So I pretty much put eyelids on all my characters because of that now. All right. That's pretty good. We'll get this side in. We're gonna do, I think we're gonna do both teeth, and I think we're gonna do 2 teeth on the same side. I like to do that. I like to, see, sorry, Bobo. Did watch Jim Henson's Creature Shop. Oh, you should look at Barnaby. It's Barnaby Dixon. I think that's his YouTube handle. He makes very cool puppets. He's got one puppet called Dabchick, D-A-B-C-H-I-C-K. And they're so cool. Like, they're puppets that he uses just his hands for the puppets. He makes like some of the most amazing thing you'll ever see. I think you're really gonna enjoy his stuff. Mario Gamer sent some pictures that will help clarify the way I will connect the base and the character. Okay, I'll check them out after the live stream if that's okay. Yeah, I'll check them out and I'll reply on Instagram later tonight. I just want to kind of focus on finishing this character first and stuff. So we're doing the big tooth on the outside. And I would say that I need names for this guy, but this is actually a Patreon character, so he gets to name him or her, whatever he wants it to be. But we can name a different goblin if you guys want to help me name a goblin. Just give me a second to finish this the teeth here. And I'll go grab one that I made yesterday that I was trying to think of a name for, but I couldn't think of one, so I could use some help with a name. Downstairs neighbors are having a great day off. They're playing, I think they got a bowling ball set downstairs or something. Or maybe they're just having like a friend get together or something, I don't know. But they're like running around and jumping and stuff. But it's fine. I'm noisy too, so it's all good. What's going on here? There we go. I always like to get those knots out on the inside of the mouth there. It's always a good move. Really make sure that the tooth is in there. There we go. So we got them teeth on. Put that aside. Let's look how it's looking. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the big tooth next to a little tiny tooth on the same side there. Looks pretty good. Okay, let me put this guy down for a second. Let me go grab that other, the goblin that I need your name. I need your help with the name. 1 second. Ah. Whapa. This is the guy. He's got little sideburns and a green ponytail. I liked his ring a lot. So let me know if you have any ideas for names for this guy. Let me know in the comments right here. And hey, Sarah, if you could keep track of the names and send me the suggestions afterwards, maybe. That would be really helpful. So I'll go ahead and put this guy to the side right here. Boom. I like Boom. Boomy. He does, you know what? He kind of looks like Boomy from Avatar too. So Boomy would make sense. Okay. So we're back to crocheting. I don't put the hair on until the very end, and I actually forgot my crochet hook for doing that, but that's okay. So we're doing the next part of the neck here. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, smaller of a neck. I always want to bring it in just a little bit. And then I think we're going to switch colors soon because we want our character to have a, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, oops. Is this decrease? No. Ah, screwed up. There we go. I screwed up. It happens every now and then. There we go. Gargamel. Boomy boomer boom. Boomy boomer boom. All right. There we go. And let's see, where do we want the shirt to start? I think we want the shirt to start right on the, yeah, on that round. Which is going to be in, oh, this guy only has, oh, this guy's got a thicker neck than I normally do. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know I did that. 2. Yeah, okay. Just doing some thinking. All right. Our battle will be legendary. It's nice to have a Monday off. Kind of wish I went to the beach today, a little bit. It's a little foggy out. It's like kind of gloomy in San Francisco right now. Yesterday was perfect, but today's a little bit gloomy. But sometimes gloomy days are the best days to go to the beach. It's just like, I don't know, something about it. I just really enjoy going to the beach on gloomy days. Every now and then I go out really late at night, like at 1 a.m. I'll go to the beach, and it is scary. Have I ever crocheted a panda or a koala? Yes, I have. A panda was actually, I think, the second thing I ever crocheted was a panda, a red panda, specifically. I mean, it looked like a regular panda, but it instead of black, it was red. Not like a red panda, but like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. And yeah, I have crocheted koala. I actually have koala noses here. I bought them on. I bought some koala noses that they're just like eyes, but they're koala noses, and they're pretty cool. You know what? I should totally do a koala for a Club Crochet subscription, like a kit, koala kit, because then I can add those noses to it, to the kits. Because that'd be pretty cool if you ordered, like if you were getting a kit mailed to your door and it came with like a koala nose. That's something that would be hard to get outside of these kits. So I always try to add something to these kits so that it makes it worthwhile. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're a Club Crochet member, a pro member specifically, you get a new crochet kit mailed to your door every month with all the materials that you need to make whatever we're making that month. And actually, this month we're doing, it's a big set. This is the biggest set I've ever done. We're doing a full set of these characters. What color should his shirt be? Let me think for just a second. Yeah, I'll do gray. And give him brown pants. We'll do a gray undershirt. Okay. Where was I? Talking about, oh, the Club Crochet kits, yeah. Yeah, so this month we're actually making an entire set, a stitch set. So it's gonna have all the yarn that you need to make a goblin, a troll, an orc, an ogre, a hobgoblin, and then also enough yarn to customize them with hats and rings. It's gonna have some gold yarn in there. It's huge. It's like a giant set. Also comes with one of these stitch stickers. If you want to sign up, if you sign up before Friday for a Club Crochet Pro kit, you can sign up at clubcrochet.com. If you sign up before Friday, you'll get the kits, and if you sign up before Friday, you actually get a $10 discount on it. So it's only $10. It's only gonna be $10 for that entire kit, because your first month is only $10. So pretty cool. Just an idea if you want. Obviously, you don't have to. These kits are going to be available for sale afterwards as well. But if you sign up before Friday, you'll get you'll get that kit mailed to your door. Hopefully, I have enough yarn. I ordered a lot of yarn for this. But that's what's great about doing these pro kits is that like I don't think I really made any money this month off these pro kits because this kit's so big. But the idea is not really to make. I mean, eventually I would like to make money off of these pro kits, of course. But right now it's just kind of a fun thing for me to do. I have another job to make money, to pay for rent and stuff. But hopefully I won't have to have that other job because I'd rather just crochet for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm going to do that anyhow, but you know what I mean. Okay. So Just did a bunch of color changes here. If you're a crocheter, I just did a bunch of half color changes. So it's like the top half is gray and the bottom half is blue. And the reason I did that is so that this next round is going to be a lot more clean. It'll be a very clean, clean transition of colors. I'll show you in just a second. This blue to the side. We'll need it again when it comes to the feet, but we're good for right now. And we're going to pull this gray. Pull that one a little tighter to hide that end. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, and you'll see what I mean about that clean transition in just a second. If you want to learn, if you're a crocheter and you're interested in learning about what I'm doing right now, you can go to clubcrochet.com/stripes, and it'll take you to a video where I explain how to make perfect stripes in crochet, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have them have like kind of a tank top thing going on here. Oh, Tammy asked, what does the kit include? So the kit includes all the yarn you're going to need for making these different characters. So it comes with a big ball of green yarn for making hobgoblins and goblins. It comes with a big ball of blue yarn for making a troll. A big ball of this, I think it's called robin's egg, this color, for making an ogre, and a ball of teal for making an orc here. And then it also includes a ball of brown yarn for adding any clothes that you want. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Okay. Some gold yarn for making any rings that you want. It comes with a few nickels, because I like to stuff my characters with nickels to keep their weight down a little bit. Comes with pipe cleaners, because I like to put pipe cleaners in their arms to make them have malleable arms that bend and turn. Comes with some white yarn for teeth. A bunch of different size eyes. I think it goes anywhere. I think it starts at like 6 millimeters and then goes up to 10 millimeters or something like that. I think there's like 10 or 12 eyes included in the kit. What else? Comes with a needle, because for the ogres, if you want them to stand, they need a needle in their bum so that they have like a kickstand. Yeah. Crystal Burns, what'd you miss? Yeah, they started attacking me. Yeah, I got. Well, actually, didn't leave any permanent marks. Oh, here's a little scarf for him, Matt. Yeah, this guy over here came to life. He took his little crochet hook and he slashed me. But luckily, Bobo here had some extra elixir of life that he just poured on it, just healed it up real quick. So, but I almost died. Yeah, it's true. I almost died. All right, let's see. What color pants are we doing? We're doing light brown or this slightly not so light brown? I think we should go with this color. Yeah, let's go with this one. Oh, it did bring a good needle. What a goof I am. Yeah, let's do this one, because I'm going to give him a scarf and I think a cloak. And so if I'm going to add a scarf and a cloak, they're going to be pretty colorful. And I think we should avoid doing too much color in the pants so that his cloak and stuff really stands out. We're going to do these half color changes again like we did for the neckline. So that we have, here, you can kind of see what I mean. Look how clean that color changes from blue to gray. It's just like boop boop. It's right up. Okay. Crystal says light. Whoops. Oh well. Too little, too late. Probably should have done light though. You're probably right. Oh. Well, here's our chance to redo it. Because I pulled that way too tight. Well, actually, no. I don't have to redo it. There we go. Oh, wait. That seems wrong. It is wrong. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Sometimes crocheting's like coming together with a little puzzle. It gives you all the instructions and you gotta like figure out how it all goes together. I spoke too soon. That crocheting goblinoid back there was making the minions the whole. Yep, he's creating his own little army. I tried to make the face on this goblin down here that he's making like that's what his face is supposed to be looking like, which it kind of does. Here, I'll see. He's kind of like he's supposed to look. There you go. See, a little worried. Like, what's going on? At least that was the goal. How long have we been going for? Almost an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think it'll take. I mean, we're more than halfway done, so that's not bad. I have to make. I've just got another $10 Patreon supporter today, actually, or yesterday. I think her name is Christine. I'm not sure yet. So you'll probably see another live stream soon of me making a goblinoid for her. She'll be filling out that form very soon. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, if you want to help support this channel, you don't need to support for very much. You can do $2 a month if you're interested. It doesn't matter. You can go to patreon.com/LouisLoops to help it out. And every cent really helps. It's all up to you. And you do get perks if you're able to support for. If you're able to support for up to $5 a month, you get all the patterns for all these crocheted characters. $2 a month gets you the extra rules for Stitched. It gets you a bunch of printable pieces for the game. You get early access to a bunch of patterns like this. You get exclusive access to live streams and a discount code for my Etsy shop if you ever want to buy anything, stuff like that. You do for here. Let's see. Let's do the feet. Let's do the feet right here. Okay. He has spies everywhere. So I figured out this way to do bobble stitches. I figured out something that I wish I'd done like forever ago. And I feel like such a goof that I didn't do this before. Oh yeah, the goblin. This goblin needs. Sarah says. Sarah asked if I could show this goblin again. This goblin needs a name. I think so far our suggestions are Boomy, or Boom Boom or something. But yeah, he needs a name. So if you got any suggestions for name, let us know in the comments, and Sarah's gonna take note of that, and I'll choose one for this week, and I'll post with it. Post a picture of it, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I figured out if I do the top of these bobble stitches in brown, like that, so I pull through with brown and then I do the bobble stitch in blue, it makes this little bitty sliver that honestly is not a big deal at all, but just enough makes it invisible. So I'm like, oh my gosh, just this little thing that every time I make one of these, I try something a little bit different, like how we sewed the mouth on from the right to the left instead of left to the right, things like that. These little things that just change the design, change the look just ever so slightly in I think a better way. 3, 4. And I'll show you how I make the feet different now too. Oopsie, I almost pulled through with blue. I'll pull through with brown, and then do blue with the bobble stitch. I just figured this out like a couple days ago. I was making a mushroom, and I needed the white spots to be on the top, but I didn't want this little, there's this little stitch that was showing through the white spot to show through the red. I didn't like that. I was like, how can I make this not there? There we go. Let me finish this round up and then I'll show you the difference between the feet here. He's standing a little bit to the left like that, but we can turn the head a little bit like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We actually don't need any more blue. Normally I like putting a belly button on these guys, but I don't think this guy's going to get one because he's wearing a shirt or Under Armour of some kind. Maybe he's wearing some chainmail. Ha, chain. It's crochet. It's kind of funny. Apple. Naming him Apple. I like that. I might goblin it up a little bit by changing some of the letters or something. Like, I like to do that, but I like that. That's a good suggestion. Okay, so next we need to sew on these arms. Yeah, like that's fine. Okay. So I always do these pipe cleaners. I always use pipe cleaners for the arms. This one's got a little bent end there that's annoying me. And the reason I put pipe cleaners in the arms is so that you can turn them in any direction. You can like twist and turn them, you move them however you want. And because I don't have my little wooden stick, which I usually have, we're going to use this pipe cleaner to stuff the hands. So it's going to go in there like that. And normally I have this hand a little bit stuffed, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the stuffing, put it on the end here, take the end of this pipe cleaner and use that to stuff it up. It's a lot easier to do with a stick, but I don't got one right now, so we're just going to do it this way. This is how I do it when I'm in an airport too, because I like to bring as little amount of materials as I possibly can when I go on flights. Alright, so that's pretty good for that arm. Stuff the other one up. Oops. All right. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's make this arm 2. And then we'll decide where we want to sew on. Okay. And the sound is pretty good, right, for this video? Yeah? I'm just using the mic off my computer. I wanted the I mean, clearly I wanted the setup for this video to be very, like, basic, you know? I actually kind of want to make my head, my face screen here a little bit smaller next time, maybe even. I just want it to be really simple. Yeah, we're going to go a little bit higher than I normally go with the arms this time. Right here is probably fine. That's another thing I've been messing around with, is making the arms higher up or further down. That's probably pretty good. How do we get that out? That's probably fine. Okay. So I poke both these pipe cleaners on the inside, and then I twist them to lock the pipe cleaner into place. Pretty good. And Jules is watching. I don't know if you can hear it on the screen. You probably can't. But if you can, Jules is watching, I think, The Walking Dead in the other room. And it sounds just disgusting. Just a lot of, like, zombie noises. There we go. Come on. There we go. The best part of crocheting, by far. Wow, isn't it great to sew pieces together? I'm joking, of course. Sewing things on is the worst. I hate sewing pieces together, which is why a majority of my patterns aren't sewn together at all. It's just made in one piece. Or as few pieces as I possibly can. Like the Triceratops, my Triceratops pattern, for example, on clubcrochet.com. That is done almost all in one piece. His horns are sewn on, but other than that, it's all one piece. So it's kind of a really quick and easy pattern because of that. You know, you can make one in, like, I think my record is 15 minutes for a Triceratops. So pretty cool. Let's see, do we want to go wide with the arms? Yeah, let's go wide. Make them look a little bit more buff. What I mean right now is that when I sew these arms on, you have 6 spaces where you can sew pieces in. And I can go either really wide or I can go really small. So I could either come out here or you could have come out there. And if I go there, he kind of skinnier arms. 1, 2. Yeah, but we're going to go wide. He's going to have a cloak on too. And I think it's going to be hard to tell any of this little tiny details that I'm mentioning anyhow. His shirt's gonna look kind of funny, maybe. I don't know. Because he's not gonna have any sleeves on it, so it's gonna be kind of a tank top. But also it's gonna be below the arms. So it's gonna be kind of like a crop top. Or something. Not a crop top, but what's it called? I can't think of the word. I don't think you're going to be able to tell, though, because I'm going to do a scarf that's going to go over the neckline. So I don't think you'll really be able to see what's going on anyhow. Like that. Alright, one arm sewn on. Does look strange, I will admit. Yeah, it looks like a tank top. It looks like he's getting a little tank top. It looks a little weird, but whatever. Halter top, thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Halter top. Make a horse for a goblin. I'm working on something. It's not going to be a horse, but I am working on a character for them to ride. That will be added to Stitch. It's going to be a warg, I think. If you don't know what a warg is, wargs are... they're like big, angry pig wolf things. They're more like wolves than pigs. But that's what I'm working on as a new character for Stitch. That characters can ride, but if you kill the goblin that's on top of it, then they can't. They have no one that rides them, so they run off. Kind of like Ganon, I suppose. It's gonna look more like a really big wolf. Okay. All right, arm number 2. And we're gonna go inside. Oh, that seems too close. Yeah, that is too close. We're gonna go with this one. Okay. So Wolf Link. Yeah, I guess. I guess a little bit like Wolf Link. Have you ever seen you've seen Lord of the Rings? There's a scene in Lord of the Rings where they're attacked by a bunch of orcs or goblins that are riding wargs. And actually Gimli gets squashed by one. He kills one, and then he like they keep piling up on top of him, and he can't get them off. But I think it's going to be a little bit of time before I add that character into the game, because I already got a few characters that are almost ready to be play tested. I actually was going to post one of them today on Patreon. So if you become a Patreon supporter for like $2 a month, you get access to the play testing for Stitched, which means that like you get there's abilities that I'm adding to the game. There's critical hits, and there's new characters and new items and stuff like that, and you get access to all that. I've been trying to do maybe like one every other week. Right now I've been doing one a week of new things, but I haven't really been getting a lot of responses on Patreon. Like not a lot of people have been giving me their opinions on how the abilities should work. Like I posted the abilities last Friday or last Monday, but it takes a second. Like it takes a while to make a full set and stuff, so it's not a big deal. All right, we're gonna do a cloak now. I'm gonna do this nice maroon for a cloak, and then we'll do the scarf over the cloak, and then we'll add we'll stuff him up, and then we'll add hair, and then I'm gonna give him a staff of some kind. I'm gonna do a pretty long end here. I'm gonna just tie it together. I don't know how well this is going to work or how the colors are going to work together, but we're going to try it. Let's see what 14 will look like. This cloak is actually going to be made out of merino wool, which is actually a very expensive yarn. So he's going to be living in luxury with this cloak here. I think that's pretty good. Just turn and do single crochets all the way down. It's going to be very warm, very soft. This is super duper soft yarn. I'll loosen up my crochet stitches here though, because this yarn is so, I don't know, malleable? I don't know if that's the right word. But you can see how it's like turning in on itself so much. Because I think I'm doing the stitches a little tighter than normal. I'm going to go ahead and pull both of these through. So. There we go. And then I'm going to crochet back, and I'm going to cover this yarn up as I'm going. I should also probably give this guy some rings, maybe. Maybe we'll give him an arm, like a what's it, like kind of like a bracelet, but on your shoulder. I don't know what that would be called. Not a shoulder pad though. It's going to be purely decorational. All right. And if you would like to get one of these goblins made for yourself, if you want a custom made one or you want to collaborate with me, go to thegoblinoids.com or just reach out to me at louisloops@gmail.com. That's my email address. Just contact me. You don't have to become a Patreon supporter to get a custom made one. Of course, it's nice, but you definitely don't have to if you don't want to. You can figure it out. And I do other characters too. I've made some kobolds before. If you're into Dungeons and Dragons. I've got some dwarves. I'm always up for a challenge, basically. So if you have a specific character in mind that you would like to see crocheted, email me. Yeah, and we could do a custom order. What's one bow you can't tie? A rainbow. I like that. How do you... Wait. A powlet? What is a powlet? Or aeogulets? Was that something that I said earlier that I didn't know the name for then? Probably. Alright, so there's his cloak. See how this looks on him? Oh, I think it's a little long, actually. Oh boy. A little too long. Well, actually, no. I mean, it is long. It is long. It is long. Yep, I think we're going to do this again. Let's see, how many stitches? It's long and short. So we need to make it a little bit higher up by probably one round. And looks like 3 stitches less. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's do that again. The gold. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have no idea how you knew that name. That is crazy. Augulets? Augulets? How do you pronounce that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you knew that name. That's so weird. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Please, let's try that again. 7. There we go. We'll go a little loose. I actually bought this yarn originally because I wanted to make a beanie in this color. Oh, wait. Actually, I did make a beanie in this color, and then I lost it. Or I gave it to my grandpa. I don't know. I think I lost it. It was so warm. We're actually going to put this to the side now since we're doing an extra round. Yeah. Am I going to see that Sonic movie? How Sonic looks to try to... Yeah, I'm going to look. I mean, I probably won't see it in theaters, but I'll probably watch the Sonic movie. I really like Ben Schwartz, the guy that's doing the voice of Sonic. I'm a big fan of him, so I'll probably see the movie. I just don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. I don't really see a lot of movies in theaters, though, anyhow. Except for big, like, grandiose ones that feel like you gotta see them in theaters, you know? Star Wars and stuff. Star Wars would be fun. I'm excited for the Disney Plus, to be honest. I think it's gonna be weird, but I'm excited for they're having so many amazing shows on Disney Plus. All the new Marvel shows, all the new Star Wars shows. They're doing an Obi-Wan show, Obi-Wan Kenobi with I don't know what that guy's name is. That one guy. You know, that one guy that plays Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor. Got it. The blue blur. If you say that really fast, it sounds funny. The blue blur. Blue blur. The blue blur. Okay. Yes, so I like the size of this now. It needs to be one longer. Da blue blur. Da blue blur. Okay. And then after we're done with this, we got to do a scarf. And then we can give him hair. Oh, and the aigletter, or whatever it's called. The shoulder pad ring. Okay, so this one should work. Let's see what we got here. Okay. And he's going to be a little bit bigger when he's stuffed together anyhow, so. Yeah, I like the idea of it just like, yeah, like that. It's just going to be barely, it's basically going to be like a thing that he's just tied onto his neck. Because he's going to have a scarf that's over it anyhow. We'll make sure it's sewn on right, though. Let's see what his scarf's going to look like before I do that. So his favorite color is purple. So we're going to give him a dark purple scarf. And I'm not sure how I'm doing this just yet. Again, it might be part sewn together in a weird way. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try 10. Going just around this neck. So yeah, that'll be fine. Well, maybe because I want it to be a little lower like that. So let's make it a little longer. 10. Let's go to 12. 11 and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. Now let's look. We want it to be connected in the back. We've got that long. Yeah, okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go Doop. And just start crocheting across. We're gonna, oh well, let's start small. I'm gonna slowly get bigger with my crochet stitches. Doubles. Yeah. This yarn is actually not made anymore, the yarn that I'm currently using. So I'm very picky about what I want to make with it. Perfect. We're going to do a mini peacock in the middle here so that it's got a little point to it. Yeah. It's basically going to be a cowl, not really going to be a scarf. Like that. Like that. Maybe that's a little big. Let's continue with half double crochets actually. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Two. That. All right, we're just going to keep going across. I think this is going to be good. And if it's not, I'm okay. Two. And I'm just going to go ahead and just slip stitch into there too, because we're going to knot them together in the back. Okay. But it will be over the scarf, so it's going to be like this, or I mean the cloak. Let's see how this looks. So this is going to be like that. Not get in the back like that. That'll look nice. We'll have the scarf on, or this on, over it. The arms like this. So, like that. Okay. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay, let's just sew it on. Let's just stop talking about it and let's just do it. We'll add the gold ring on the shoulder afterwards. I still can't believe you knew the name of that. That's so funny to me. Oh, did you hear that? Whew. All right. I'm gonna go in. Let's go. Oh no. Down here. Yeah, like that. Give some looseness to it. Oh, this is the long one. Yeah, that's the long one. We don't want that one. We want the second one we made. Try this again. In, out. That. In, out. That. Won't suit anyhow. Ooh, my leg is so asleep. Ah! Oh, I was sitting crisscross. Ooh. Right. Out. In, out, that. Okay, now in, I'm going to go out through the back so that we can keep it where we want it to. I'm just going to sew it on just a little bitty bit so that it's still loose, but not too loose. He's going to have like a little superhero cape on. No capes. Out through there. So it will be going across it, but it's just barely holding it on, so it doesn't really matter. I just can't double knot this too tight. Okay. Okay, so he's got his cute little cape on. Oh, wow, how cute. Uh-oh, I screwed up. I screwed up that. Oopsies. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're just going to have to do some fixing in a little bit, but that's fine. I don't even care. We'll fix that in a little bit. Okay. Next up is this scarf, which is going over like that. He is ready for an adventure. He's going to be very warm on his adventure. Scarf and the cape? What are you, crazy? So crazy, it just might work. Hey, Lucas. We're going to go like that. You want to go in through that side. And just like the scarf, we're going to sew it on in a way that it'll stay in position. Actually, we're just going to go around. Right? Are we? Yeah, we are. Like that. This guy looks so fancy. He's such a fancy boy. What a fancy boy. And then we're going to come out over here. We're going to take this other end. We're just going to go ahead and make sure everything's on there right. Or if I'd like to go under it a little bit more. That's cool. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and double knot them. I'm okay with the knot being on the outside. So it looks like it's actually tied on there. Like that. I mean, it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but I don't think it looks bad. That looks pretty good. It's got a nice little scarf on. It's got its nice little cloak on. He's going to be warm. He's going to be on an adventure. He likes going out in the forest late at night, so you know it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold if you do that. And we want to add a gold thing on him. So I got some of this really nice, expensive. This is a very expensive yarn, so I only use a little bit of it. He's going to be holding his staff with the left arm. So we're going to put it on the right side. Like that. Go around. Let's go around twice. That look cool. Okay. Oh, wait. What? What did that happen? Whatever. Okay. That's pretty good. It's got a lot of color, but that's alright. That's good. I like it. He'll look even better when we put hair to him. Bye, Sonic. Alright, cut those. We might add another ring to him in a little bit because he looks so regal already. Let's start closing him up, and then we can add the hair and any other things that we want to add to him. Now, because I screwed up that sewing on the cloak, I have to fix this just a little bit. Okay, where's that brown? Here it is. Okay. Switch over so that we have a new yarn. Great, we're back in business. Stick that in. All right. We're cruising now. We're cruising. Loud and clear. Cloud and leer. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's stuff them up a little bit. I'm going 135. That's fine. Where's the rest of our stuffing? Here it is. Probably fine. Okay. I'm gonna have to make a run outside in just a second, just so I can get the other crochet hook. I like to use a smaller crochet hook for adding hair, which makes it a little easier. But I'll do that in a sec once I finish the sewing them up right here, and then we'll grab the hair. We'll add some hair, and then I'll show you how I'm going to do his staff. I actually have a really cool idea for his staff that I think you're going to like a lot. Okay, there we go. Cut that, pull it out. Let's stuff them all the way up. This is definitely the most awkward part. That's probably pretty good actually for stuffing. I don't want them to get too fat. Maybe a little bit more. Let's use this little tiny bit right here. And then we'll add a nickel. I always add a nickel. Keeps them weighted down a little bit. You don't need them, but it does help them stand up a little bit better. All right, so shut. And let's think about what we're going to do with the hair. I think we're going to do sideburns. I think sideburns would be fun. I really like the classic sideburns with the ponytail, but I've done that like 3 times. Let's do maybe a little beard, a little goatee, little sideburns with the goatee. That'd be fun. Okay. Ouch. Down. All right, so he's all sewn shut. Stands up fine. Okay. All right, so we just need some facial hair and his staff, and he'll be done. So let me go get that other yarn. I'll be right back. Or not the yarn, the crochet hook. One sec. All right. So we're using a size B hook for this. And we need to grab some yarn. So here's our options for yarn. I think we should go with brown. I think we should go with dark brown, actually. I think that'd be nice. So let's go with dark brown. We could use this as a little bit fuzzier, but I think dark brown's gonna pop a little bit more. So we'll use that. We actually don't need very much of it. That's probably fine. Here's how I do facial hair. I take this yarn, I fold it in half, fold that in half, fold that in half, and I cut it. Then I have a bunch of these little pieces of yarn. I take one of them, hold it, fold it in half like this. Take my crochet hook, my little one. We're going to do sideburns first, so we're going to do from top of the ear down to where the ear is. Pull it through, and like that. So there's one. Go from there down to there. Two, yeah. Two. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and cut it. We can check how it's going to look before we're going to do the other one. A little bit smaller. And let's fuzz them out a little bit. I'm just separating the yarn here. And see how that looks. I'm gonna go like that so we can see what half of his face looks like. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go with the other side. We'll do sideburns on the other side too. And we might add a beard. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just have sideburns. I don't know. Maybe. I think it was. Yeah, so it's like basically right here. That seems like it's close to the eye though. Right there. Yeah, let's try that. Goatee, goatee. Okay, cool. I'll give him goatee. One, two. Oh, goatee would go all the way around though, huh? No, I just want to give him a little soul patch. Going all the way around is gonna totally ruin the face. It won't ruin it. It's just like it's gonna be too much, I think. Like all the attention will go to the face then. There we go. 1, 2. I'm actually gonna try something funny here. Let's try something. I'm gonna take this yarn and go into the other yarn so that it holds it further down and see how it works. See how this works. Let's do it for one of them. Like that. Does that help at all? Nah, that was a bad idea. Easy to fix, but bad idea. Okay. Let's cut these guys a little short. A little haircut. A little beard cut. Thread that yarn a little bit. Okay. This side been just a little too long. Looks like he's got really long ear hair. Okay, so we want to do a beard. Or yeah. Let's do just a little soul patch. So we'll go like that. 1 and 2. Let's see how that looks. See you, Mario Gamer. Okay. Okay. And then we'll trim this. We're going to trim each one of these a little bit different lengths. This one, I'm going to go half in it, so that's even more of a different length. And then this one, there we go. Let's comb that one out. See if we need to add any more facial hair before we add our staff. And twist it so that it stays into position. Do the same with these ones. Do the same with these ones. Alright, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Got his cloak. The cloak might be a little bit overkill, but I think it looks pretty good. He could maybe use another ring. Nah, he's got enough. Alright, so let's do the staff. So we have a couple different options here. I had red somewhere, but I don't think we should do red because he's got the red thing. So we can either do yellow or pink, and I'm thinking green button. I think we're going to do... Let's do pink. Let's do pink with the green button. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to take the green button, we're going to shove it into the needle like this. Like that. I'm going to make sure both those dots are in a different place, like so. And he'll hold it like that. But I'm going to sew the dots on here. Make sure I can get this needle through there. Good. And we'll use, I don't know. Let's use the lighter brown. If I can remember, I put it. Here it is. Oh wait, no. Let's use. Yeah, let's use this thread. Do not need much, I don't think. There we go. That's all we need. Okay, we'll thread this on our needle. It's gonna be almost 2-hour live stream, but I think that's probably good. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and thread. Right in there, and back down through across, back up, back down. That. Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Up. Cross. Up. Down. That. We can either double knot it back here, or I can like wrap around it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap around it. Okay, so we're gonna double knot it with this other end, but first let's go around for a little bit. Down here, make it like kind of sparse. Come back up, back like that. That. I don't know what I'm doing really. Wait, what? Oh, got it. I know what to do. That. And then, yeah, I think that's gonna be good. And then we can just double knot this. We'll go through here first. Want to say hi?
Where's the camera?
Right
Hi.
there.
Hello. Hello, internet.
Hello, internet. This is Jules.
Hi.
If you don't
I'm
know
knitting. I'm the one that knits, and he's the one that crochets.
Yes, she's knitting in the other room with the cats.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you got up. Did they leave your lap?
One of them did. I'll make it on.
All right. I think this is gonna look cool. This is gonna look like a cool little makeshift staff. Here. Huh? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, right? I think it looks cool. Okay. And then we're just gonna put it